friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about this new palette from BH Cosmetics. This is the Lost in Los Angeles palette. I ordered this the day it released on the BH Cosmetics website, and it took a super long time for my palette to arrive. That's why this video is happening a little bit later than I would like. But you know, the mail's been backed up, we got pandemic things, so I don't really blame BH Cosmetics or anything for that, but this did take quite a while to arrive to me. So this is currently available from both BH Cosmetics website and at Ulta Beauty. It's priced at $17 US. We're gonna do some swatches. I wanna show you two different eye looks as well. Let's start off with a close-up look at the packaging. This palette does not come with an outer box. There's no carton or sleeve or anything. It just came plastic wrapped around the inside to protect the shadows, but there's no outer box or anything. But there's no outer cardboard carton. We've got a very LA scene here, some palm trees, Sunset Boulevard. I do want to draw your attention to a few things on the back here. First of all, this palette is marked as both cruelty-free and vegan, so all my vegan friends out there, no animal products in this palette. There are a few shades in the fine print that are marked as pressed pigments and not intended for use in the eye area. I've talked a lot about different eye safety warnings, and I go really in depth about what these pigment warnings mean, why they're there, how to patch test, why you should patch test. I know you probably don't want to hear that over and over again. I don't want to say it over and over again. So I'm gonna link the video where I discuss that in detail down in the description box. It's the ColourPop wine collection video. So you can either follow that link or you can search on my channel for the ColourPop wine collection, and I will tell you all about what these pigment warnings mean and why you should pay attention to those. So there are 8 shadows in here, half the palette I would encourage you to patch test before you use. So Malibu, 90210, the 405, Melrose, WeHo, Abbott Kinney, Sunset Boulevard, and Dreamer, this green one. There is no mirror inside this palette. The palette itself is cardboard and it has a magnetic closure. There's no mirror inside. We have 16 eyeshadow shades and all the shade names are inside next to the pans. Finish wise, we have a completely even split, 8 mattes and 8 shimmers. Now I want to show you some swatches of this palette. I will show you both finger and brush swatches of each shade in here. All the swatches are done on the inside of my arm with no primer down first, just the shadow straight onto my skin. The finger swatches will be pictured on top and then each corresponding brush swatch is below. As always for my brush swatches, I'll be using a dry brush and I'll be swatching with my e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush, and I'll clean the brush off in between each shade using my Veramona color switch. That way there's no shadow transfer between swatches. So let's take a look at those swatches now. Here are the swatches of the first half of the palette, and I have to say I am very impressed with the performance. Particularly look at these really pale pastel colors. Look at the brush swatches. These are one swipe brush swatches. They're really intense. They're a great opacity. They're applying even better with a brush than they are with a finger, and these are applied with a completely dry, flat brush. I did not dampen for these swatches at all. I'm incredibly impressed. Now that you've seen all these shades swatched, I want to show you 2 different eye looks using this Lost in Los Angeles palette. I wanted to do something really quick and easy and toned down. That's this green eye look that you're seeing me wear throughout the talking portions of the video. Because this is such a bright in-your-face palette, I really wanted to show a simple, almost neutral look, because I do think this palette has a lot to offer, and at first glance it doesn't look like a simple neutrally look is one of those things. And then of course I'll show you something a little bit brighter and a little bit more in your face. Let's jump into those tutorials now. I'm gonna show you the really simple, almost neutral look that I'm wearing throughout the talking portions of the video first. So I just prepped my eyes like I always do, and then I went in with this one kind of mid-tone tan shade and this one's called Runyon Canyon. I really just built that up in the crease area. Nothing too crazy. This is a really, really simple look, and honestly, you could do this exact setup. Put this Runyon Canyon shade in the crease along the lower lash line and then built up just a little bit on the outer part of the eye, and then take any shimmer shade. I'm using this green called Rodeo Drive. I'm really trying to push myself to use more blue and green this year, and I just thought this was such a lovely, almost in limbo between a bright color and a neutral. Then I took the Hills also on my finger and just put a little bit of that on the inner corner, curled my lashes, added my Huda Beauty Legit Lashes mascara. This is a super simple, easy look. You could transform this to be any color you wanted. You could just use that shade, that silvery shade, the Hills, all over the lid if you wanted a really, really neutral look. Or you could go for one of the brighter, bolder, colorful shades for a really quick and easy look. Now I'm going to do my eye prep the same way with the paint pot and then some setting powder, but this time I'm gonna go crazy with color. I'm starting with this pinky peach matte shade called WeHo, building that up in the crease. I want a really layered, almost watercolor type of effect with this look. Next, I'm grabbing one of my favorite shades in the palette. It's this shimmery purple called Melrose, and I'm just packing that onto the outer part of my eye with my finger. Then I'm going to use a more lilac pink shade to blend out the crease even further. Then I'm going to take Malibu. This is a shimmery sort of tangerine color, putting that on the inner part of the eye, and then where those two colors meet, I'm taking Sunset Boulevard, another favorite from this palette, and I'm tapping it right in the center to blend those shades together and give almost a watercolor sunset type of look. After adding mascara, I have to say, I love the way this turned out. It's so soft. It doesn't have to be perfect. I like that it's a little bit messy. It has a softness and a brightness to it. It's just a really fun look to wear, and it's one of my favorites I've done with this palette. I have to be honest, I am very, very impressed with these square palettes coming from BH Cosmetics. These have quickly become some of my favorite palettes in my collection. The formulas are really consistent. The color stories are interesting. The price point is right. These are really accessible because here in the States we can find them at Ulta, and then I know my friends in Europe also have access to a German BH Cosmetics site. So between the affordability, the accessibility, the interesting, fun color stories, and just how genuinely good and consistent these eyeshadow formulas have been from these square palettes, I really see BH Cosmetics rising through the ranks. A few years ago when I first tried eyeshadows from BH, I was not impressed. I found them to be lackluster and just sort of boring and blah. And this is anything but lackluster and boring and blah. This is bright, it's fun, it totally takes me out of my comfort zone, but it's not so overwhelming and intimidating that I can't find ways to have fun with it. And I even created a really simple, almost neutral eye look with this palette. I think it's great. I think it's fun. I really, really like it. And I'm so curious to know what you think about this palette. Are you interested in this? Have you already picked it up? Is it on your wish list? Is this color story just not appealing to you at all? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Was that 8? I hope that was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. Literally right in front of my face. Wow. Killing it. If this eye look kind of looks like just a bunch of crazy colors slapped on my eye, that's because a little bit that is what it is. I just picked a bunch of my favorite ones and just started putting them on my eyelids because that's makeup just for fun. And I have to say, I love it. I think it's so pretty and so cute and so fun. I don't know, it's just sparkly and colorful and I love it. I love it. I love it. Whew. The Larst and Lars Angelers. Cute. Killing it. Love it. I've just been wearing blue and green eyeshadow, and honestly, who is she? Star and a star. Get it? They match. Okay. You get it. I didn't have to explain. Sorry about that. Whew. Okay, thank you for watching. You're so nice. You're just cute and nice, and I love your face. And I'll see you soon, okay? Alright. Okay, bye!